This is Binge Warmers.
Oh, we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
My name is Will.
Steven.
And we're checking out the episode called The Alliance. This is the 9th episode.
We're getting close to the end of the season.
Pretty close. I don't know how many episodes there are. I think there's 13 or 14.
13, yeah.
So we're getting there, but, we're still a couple episodes to go. This episode was darker than some of the other ones that we've watched.
A lot more
so
serious.
Far. A lot more, tonally different.
You see some maturity from Ben.
But also goofy nonsense as well.
Yeah.
Did you like it? What was your overall
Oh, yeah,
thoughts,
I loved it a lot.
all?
Any episode with Vilgax in it, spoiler.
Bringing
I'm
the
all
spoilers
for
back.
it. Yeah. Bro, it never left.
Spoiler alert for Ben 10.
Came out in 2006.
Yeah, don't watch this episode if you haven't seen The Alliance. Anyway.
But, I liked it a lot. I liked most of the time, Ben's kind of an idiot. Let's not beat around the bush, you know what I mean?
Normally
This
he's like
one,
a thoughtless idiot.
Yeah, he's a lot more self-aware, a lot more introspective in this episode.
He really gives some thought to how Grandpa and Gwen feel about the whole superhero lifestyle. And at this point in the show, they're not really tuned into it yet.
Yeah, and he's not kind of sees when Grandpa Max get hurt, getting a little ahead, but he's kind of sees that there's real world
Consequences.
Consequences too.
This isn't just all fun and games.
Yeah. Before now, he wasn't really taking it seriously.
I mean, I guess he kind of learns throughout the season too. I'm getting more. I'm turning into more of a hero. I was just a little child, and I guess he's still a child, but now he's sort of getting the more full effect of what it means to be a hero and what it means to be a hero with someone who loves you and is around you at all times. Because Gwen and Max are part of the team.
Yeah,
it's not just Ben; it's the team. You know. So yeah, good episode. We get forearms. We get
Heat Blast,
Accelerate, Upgrade. Pretty good aliens. This is a solid stacked episode.
Yeah, really good.
Rojo is the villain.
Yeah.
Also, I think her first name is just Joey. Rojo is probably a nickname, but
yeah,
as you pointed out, Rojo
is red
in Spanish, and she turns red in the episode.
Yeah.
That could be. That's just a fun pun.
Yeah.
And this is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is pretty. I don't know the stats, but it's got a pretty big Hispanic population, or at least Spanish-speaking population.
Yeah.
Do you want to give kind of a quick overview of kind of the events of the episode?
Yeah. So essentially, Vilgax sends in some the more robots. At this point, why are we sending robots?
That's all he's got, man.
Yeah.
He's beat up to hell. He's just trying to get the Omnitrix back.
You don't even see him anymore. He's just in a capsule.
Yeah, he's really getting some healing going on.
Yeah. But these robots are different in the fact that they can replicate and adapt to what they're doing.
Mecha-droids.
Yeah, they're upgraded versions that can adapt, is what the guy was saying.
Do you like that name, Mecha-droid? That sounds like that could be from anything.
If they named it something different, why are they the same exact droids we've been fighting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so Ben and Max and Gwen, they're all getting some gas, and Rojo and her band of... We don't know this yet. They're all wearing helmets.
They're sort of like bikers. Yeah. You don't know their gender, first of all. Yeah.
So we don't know who they are. And so Ben's like, I have no problem fighting them because they're robbing a bank. What's funny, or a armored truck. But what's funny is
like a cash truck.
They knock out this truck, and then
the most inopportune place to blow up a truck, by the way.
And they look over and they see Max staring at him, and she goes, "What are you looking at, ugly?" Opens fire on an old man and two 10-year-olds. Bro, get your money and go. What are you doing here?
She's clearly a convict. She's just got something to prove. She's just mad at the world at
Criminals,
this point.
man. But yeah, so then so Ben goes forearm, starts roughing them up, and then he finds out that they're women, and he goes, "Oh, I can't hit a girl."
Yeah, hold on. Has he ever had a problem hitting girls before? I don't think we've seen a girl.
I don't think we've had a girl bad guy.
The Kraken, maybe?
Bad person.
Bad individual.
Yeah.
Don't just limit someone to their shit.
No, but yeah, so I think he was, I can't hit a girl. I'm a hero. Heroes don't. It's kind of cool, though, 10-year-old Ben. He's he's
got the chivalry mind already.
We like that.
I kind of wonder, too. I mean, we'll have this discussion, I guess, sort of when we get more into the episode, but, is it this is something we've seen before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, Shengon Wu. What is that show called?
Shaolin
Showdown. Remember Clay doesn't hit women, and he just, grabs onto the lady?
He's like, nope, I will not hit a girl.
I'm thinking about, there must have been a bunch of stuff around this era.
I mean, what was her name? I want to say it's not Shivu.
I don't remember. I can look it up. Wooya.
Jack Spicer.
That might be racist. But me saying that.
Yeah. Why? He's like a white dude, isn't he?
No, I'm saying it how Omi said it.
Oh,
he definitely had some kind of accent.
I love Omi. Easy
it's a
as
good
pie.
show. That
Easy
is a
as
fun
pie. What Omi did to that sentence, we're gonna do to you. Ooh, we should watch Talent Showdown.
That's. I mean, it's a
good one. Yeah,
it got moved over to Disney Channel. Did you know that?
When they did like Disney XD, I think.
Yeah, it was
because when they did that, they moved Static Shock over to there too for a while.
Well, they put like a new character in who's like a grass elemental guy or like a wood elemental.
Like they didn't like they added stuff to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more childish. I never watched that newer iteration, but anyway, back to this episode. Basically, Rojo gets defeated, but she still has her money and stuff. I think Grandpa Max gets injured.
Yeah, he gets injured out of the explosion.
Yeah,
so they have to rush him to the hospital.
She like knocks over the canopy of the gas station.
Yeah.
But she does shoot the gas pump, which explodes.
Which is right beside him. Don't know how that didn't hit him.
But he's forearmed, so he just Ben is forearmed, so he just grabs Max and Gwen. They just like hop to a hospital.
Yeah.
And then you see Rojo looking at the droids that interrupted the fight, and Ben smashes them together and he throws them at her. And so essentially, she thinks maybe this is someone else trying to like steal my money or something like that. But she picks up one of them and it like sticks onto her neck and it like puts information.
Yeah, the adaptive thing of them.
Yeah, and like even Vilgax's like little helpers, like we don't know how this happened, but
it happened.
He's like somehow like this.
Somehow Palpatine has returned. That makes sense. We're gonna go with it.
Just okay. And Vilgax is like, and he says he's like maybe one head is better than two heads. Like, yeah, idiot. What do you hire? Three bounty hunters?
3 bounty hunters. You've sent several droids before. Like Vilgax, come on, bro. We're supposed to be hyping you up, and you're just an idiot.
Send this guy who's helping you with the little touchpad.
See what he can do.
Yeah,
he deserves a raise.
Sure, yeah. Why not? But so they're in the hospital, and this is sort of a deep little moment. Like Max and Ben are just sort of, or I guess Max is on the hospital bed, and Gwen and Ben are sort of just like really worried. I think Ben takes it harder.
Because you see like Gwen even try to mess with Ben, and Ben's just like focused on
like,
Grandpa Max. We're gonna look at him.
We're gonna stare at his soul.
Yeah.
But he's got a broken leg, so he can't really get out of bed.
He's got a concussion.
Yeah.
Some lacerations. Like I said.
That's a word drop.
Yeah.
Just say he's got some cuts. Who are we kidding?
The funny fact, I guess, is when you're kids, you can't really get too deep into because he has a concussion. He should have taken a lot more. I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, and this one guy got laid out, and he's like knocked out. They had to carry him to the hospital and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, he's just suffered some bruising, so he'll make it out in a couple days." And I'm like, the guy's got bruising, and you're not just letting him leave? You know what I mean?
Was it the first episode?
No, this was like in the third series, the Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. Like he took a tumble off his. They dueled on motorbikes.
Oh, nice!
And he wrecked it. And they said, "Yeah, he just got away with a few bruises." And he's like, "But we're gonna have to lay him up here for a couple days."
Okay. Must have bruised his brain or something. Who knows? Must have been like $1 million in hospital.
Well, actually, one of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards came to life and like smashed him.
Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
As they do.
As they do.
Anyway, it's just funny. Like with cartoon shows, kids don't know. They just see the hospital. You know what I mean?
That's serious enough. And it's sort of. I mean, I hate to keep bringing up Spider-Man 2001, 2002.
Something like that.
I think it's 2002. I hate to keep bringing up Tobey Maguire, first Spider-Man, OG flavor Spider-Man, but like I get a lot of like when he's in the hospital with Aunt May, and it's the same sort of thing. Like a villain finds, well, not really, I guess, but the droids attack Ben because they know he's got the Omnitrix, and that sort of leads to a complication. But essentially the heroism, the hero battle, whatever, it led an elderly person in the main hero's life to the hospital, and now they're kind of thinking like, I need to not be around this person so they don't. Yeah. I need to self-isolate and hurt myself essentially to keep them safe, which is not how you should be doing it. No. And this is the message of the episode. Like,
you're better together than you are apart.
Yeah, essentially. Plus, Rojo mixed with the alien robots is a cool villain.
She's insanely cool.
Her
artwork is really cool. Her abilities are sick.
She has like she has like 4 eyeballs now, like up on her face.
And she's got her shoulders come out as guns.
Yeah, oh yeah,
lasers.
Stuff. She has like metal, sharp Wolverine claws, kind of.
Super cool.
She picks up some like jewels and like crushes them. Dust.
Which at the same time, there's still a precious metal. You can still get money from that.
It's just funny that like that's like how hard was she gripping them suckers?
Yeah, like what, bro? Chill.
I bet some mathematician in the comments will be like, it would have taken exactly 874 square force units of pressure.
Pounds of pressure or something.
Anyway, but overall, and I guess Ben is trying to beat her just with might. Might is not always right, kind of stuff. And then he gets a call from Grandpa Max after he like leaves and abandons him and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you should, take her out from the inside because that's the smart thing to do."
And it shows that Ben was wrong in thinking he could do it by himself. Which we need to talk about the fact that he leaves and then instantly goes to a park where he sees a grandson and grandpa playing football. And he's like, "Grandpa, it's so glad I can spend the summer with you."
On the nose.
Yeah. It's like, okay, what are the odds here, buddy?
But anyway, so Rojo doesn't know where he's at, so she's just like blowing up a police training center. Ben goes there. Gwen sneaks on an ambulance, gets there, and then they're all through there. And then eventually he gets the phone call from Max, and they start figuring out, I need to take her down with upgrade or something.
Yeah.
And so that's when that happens, and he sees Vilgax for the first time. They talk.
We don't get a name drop.
Not yet, but
we don't get a name drop.
Like toward the end of once he dismantles Rojo and takes the alien components out of her, he says to Grandpa Max, he's like, "There was a squiddy guy."
Yeah, and Max is like, last I checked, that guy was dead.
Be afraid.
Yeah.
Be very afraid. Anyway, good episode overall.
Yeah, really good. Like you said, it was a stacked hero team. We had 4 aliens.
Yeah.
All of them were pulling their weight.
Well, some more than others.
How so?
Well, Heat Blast does some real damage.
Yeah, but he saves them too.
I guess.
He honestly does more harm than good, I feel like.
Okay, so first off, they're like, they're at a gas station fueling up, and Ben's like, we see Vilgax very first thing, and he's sending the droids down.
Well, like I said, we've stopped seeing him now. He's still just a man. Like used to, he was all like decrepit and
he was kind of like exploded a little bit. Maybe this is deeper, kind of closer healing. Maybe he's getting some mods now.
He's in some sort of like cryotube thing.
Yeah, like this
you
is
can't
some
see
sort
him at
of all. Because even in like the Hunter episode where we see the bounty hunters, he's like appearing to them on a screen.
Yeah, you see his face and stuff.
So maybe this is like a deeper healing or something. Maybe he's like closer to getting. Full power.
Well, with only 4 episodes left, we're about to be seeing him soon.
Yeah, for sure. But I think maybe he's getting some mods to where he is more indestructible or something. Maybe he's like getting upgraded a little bit,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but that's my assumption at least.
Yeah, so he sends down those droids, and
then Ben, he's like, he put some respect on Ben's name too.
Yeah, he's like, because he still doesn't know it's a 10-year-old. No. He's just like, he's always been able to.
Villain.
Yeah, we need to take this with some caution, some smarts,
Immediately smash cut to Ben, like knocking over some cookies.
Yeah. I'm so hungry. Cookies will satiate my hunger.
He knocks it over onto Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen's like,
smooth move Tennyson. She says that smooth move Tennyson. We don't hear Gwen's last name until later in the show, I'm assuming.
I don't think so. I think you would just assume that she's a Tennyson.
You do, but I think
because it's brothers. Their parents are brothers.
Yes, but we don't know that. So I don't know if they had planned that far ahead.
Yeah.
So maybe they were thinking Gwen Smith, or maybe her name was something different. But
I remember she said Tennyson, and we were like,
"That's your name too.
You can't use it as an insult. You're the same family."
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's an interesting little detail that happens. But Rojo, knocks over that car, and then there's a big explosion, and then Grandpa Max is out there filling up gas. I would hate to shoot like sci-fi space guns near it. She had to have some common sense to not do that. You know what I mean? But she's some sort of idiot biker lady, so she's just doing it. She's definitely done time.
Yeah, I've done my time. Shoots more cops. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna do some more.
Let's talk about it too. Where did she get them guns from?
That's what they've never discussed it. Like that's some high tech weaponry. But you think it was just more of the fact that they can't really show real guns anymore on TV? So
I think so, but I think at a certain level too.
Because even the tank shot lasers.
Yeah, the SWAT team comes in and they've got like a big sci-fi. They've got big sci-fi guns too.
I think it's. We can go deeper into it, but I think it's genuinely just that, hey, don't show guns on a kids show anymore.
Well, I almost think too, because we're trying to sell toys. Like this is a cooler character design for her to have
because she had a little
paint on it,
yeah,
like
a little paint on it,
shark paint on it.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. It looks good.
I bet you there was a set that you could buy with her and the gun kind of thing.
I'm gonna look that up right now, but I guarantee that you're right about that.
But yeah, so then she sees them. And true to criminal form. But you gotta be a messed up criminal to shoot at an elderly person with his 2 grandkids who are getting gas.
Yeah.
Take your money and go, bro.
Yeah.
There's a reason you probably did time. You're a dick.
That says a lot about her, too, to just,
no remorse.
Attack children.
Yeah,
and elderly.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean? Sometimes you feel bad for criminals, because they're just trying to get some money to make ends meet. No, she is purely just a criminal to be a criminal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to get money. I don't care who I hurt. Let me get this money.
I'm not seeing any toys, but she was only in 1 episode. I guess she was in the -10 episode with all the villains that are not Vilgax.
Yes, that was like almost the series finale, was it?
I think it was. I think it was season 4, like ender, like finisher.
That was a pretty cool episode.
She beefs with like Charmcaster. Like,
they
both want to be. Oh yeah, Eye Guy's in it. She beefs with Charmcaster for being like, I'm the coolest girl on this team.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Okay. Yeah.
Supposed to build each other up, bro.
Literally. Yeah, that's like the Sinister Six and stuff too. It's like they all have too big of egos to work together.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so she's essentially just stealing money, and then that's when the droids come in. Ben turns into forearms, and like right off the bat, Ben says like, I need to get Grandpa out of there.
Yeah.
But he says that, and then he like makes a big earthquake in the ground. So clearly he wants to fight.
Yeah.
He's just ready to fight.
When the watch finally lets him turn back into forearms,
what are you gonna do?
He's knocking heads.
You got to go. I'm
gonna bust you up.
You don't know that they're girls yet, so you're about to just like throw hands.
Oh, he was chunking them.
He took their helmets off, just like, you're girls.
Yeah, I guess I can't fight a girl.
Which, okay, let's get more into this though. Is it okay to beat a woman?
If a woman shoots at my grandpa, bro, I'm fighting.
A space gun?
With a space gun? I may honestly just run. I ain't got a space. I can't fight a space gun. I'd pick up my grandpappy and I'd go with. I'd run.
Grandpappy.
I was like, sorry, we're out of here. But no, if someone else could fight her, yeah, I'd root him on.
Yeah, but Gwen's the woman of the situation.
Yeah, they have like literally they stay true to her the entire episode because Gwen ends up just drop kicking the crap out of her at the end.
Ben does hit her.
Yeah,
Ben hits her a bunch. As Upgrade, he like hits her with a weight machine.
Yeah,
I
think in that moment though, she's like an android. You know what I mean? So he doesn't see her as a girl. The second all that armor's off, he's not fighting her anymore. It's he stopped.
It's like, what is that bit on Ghostbusters? You ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Where he's like, she says like, I want you inside me, and he goes, sounds like there's a couple people in there already. That's what when he turns to the Upgrade, he's like, there's a couple people in here already.
Yeah, he gets kicked out. He goes, what is going on in there?
Anyway, but so Gwen gets, whenever she depowers, Gwen gets the final hit on her.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I kind of wonder like,
can we also talk about, she had two teammates or two like accomplices. The second they got their helmets taken off and they saw the four-armed monster that was fighting them, they said, we're out.
Yeah,
sorry.
That would be me.
Yeah. Like, we didn't sign up for this.
No amount of money is worth like fighting this alien monster.
Dez says it all the time. Every time we watch a superhero movie, you see like robbers doing something. It's like, why would you rob or commit a crime in the Marvel or DC universe when
knowingly
there's a Hulk, a Thor, Batman,
Ghost Rider just happens to be there. You get your soul sucked out.
Yeah, like, why are you a criminal?
Yeah, you need to go pick up a
like, if you don't have powers, especially, why are you trying to rob a bank right now, sir?
But imagine being Shocker, who you have like the least powered up weapons of all time. Like, you can just shock people a little bit, and you're like,
he's like, he turns around, he's like shuffling on the floor. He's like, give me a little bit. We'll have this fight in a second.
Just keep building up static electricity.
He's like, 1 second. He like takes his shoes off. 100% wool socks, baby. Give me 1 second.
He pulls out a balloon, rubs it on his hair. Oh!
My parents just watching like, this is why I'm not in the Avengers, man. I got these guys for criminals.
Gotta deal with these idiots.
You guys making me look bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, they had the correct response of, you know what? That is a four-armed alien who just slammed into the ground and caused an earthquake.
And Rojo says later, she's talking to Vilgax in her head. She's like, I didn't know I'd be fighting a superhero.
You
like,
fought him before, you just forget?
This is another thing I wanted to talk about too, and this is why I wish that they hadn't been like, Ben 10 is the superhero.
Yeah.
Like an Ultimate Alien and all that stuff, where they're like, or maybe Alien Force, I don't know.
No, it's Ultimate Alien. It's like the first episode.
I thought it was. Okay.
Of Ultimate Alien. First or second episode.
It's either season 3 of Alien Force or first season of it's close enough together. It doesn't matter.
It blends.
They're basically the same show.
They are.
But I wish that they weren't like, oh yeah, this one guy can turn into all these superheroes, because I wish there was like a little bit more of a dynamic, like maybe he turns into Heat Blast to take something down, but they're like, oh, I wish your friend Forearms could have been here, and then he would have been like, that's me, but there would have been some like fun like dynamic to it. Now it's just like a boring old like celebrity plot line.
I kind of like it though, because like maybe they haven't heard of Forearms, and then you show up as Forearms, like, who are you? You don't have jurisdiction. It's like, I'm the guy. I'm one of the guys, and they're like, we don't know that, So it's good that they have Ben 10. I think they just need to recognize the symbol, the Omnitrix symbol.
Yeah. But then you get Albedo, who's like the same.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
a bunch of, whatever. There could be like a different alien who just flaunts around.
Yeah.
Like, you can get Tetrax to come down and act like Ben 10 people on Earth wouldn't know.
No, it's Ben 10.
Yeah. Anyway, regardless. So she, I guess, yeah. So she basically is like, oh, Grandpa throws a tire at her.
Yeah, strength,
at the back of her head.
He's got some muscles on him, dude.
He's strong. Even the doctor says he's in pretty good condition for an old guy.
Yeah, like it makes you wonder, like, how old is Grandpa Max?
I don't know. He's probably got some alien juice going. Because whenever they go in the future, he's still like he's skinny. He's way skinnier.
Yeah, and he's got the arm
from the Limax War.
Yeah,
2017.
Wild.
It's just like one of those lore bits where like, what is this?
What is that?
That could be a cool secret invasion type show if they ever wanted to do that.
Yeah,
they won't, but
it could be cool.
Yeah, maybe a video game or something would be fun.
Yeah, a Ben 10 video game would just be so cool, dude.
They've got a bunch of video games, but I don't think I played.
I want one like for today, though.
Yeah, like a nice, like
nice, cool, polished.
Yeah.
Game.
We've talked about this before, though. It would be just hard to do that because
it is true.
You got to put in all these different assets to different characters and stuff.
You've got skill trees now that are so expensive. You could easily cover, You've got there's a game coming out.
How would you do the Ben 10 game? Would you make it like a beat 'em up, or would you make it more like a action platformer?
No, I would make it neither of those. I would make it a full out like RPG kind of game. There's a game coming out called The First Descendant, and I think I would model it similar to that. Like you get to pick out of all these First Descendant people, and they each have their own abilities. So I think there's another one. Would you be
would you be like an Omnitrix wielder, or would you be like?
No, yeah, you would wield the Omnitrix.
Okay, so
you would just pick your skin of who you want to play, and they'd each have their own like skill trees and stuff.
Okay, I just started playing Skyrim, by the way. I know it's 2023.
Well, there's never a better time to start.
I've had it, and I've tried to play it a million times, but I've never been a huge fan of RPGs. And then my mom was just like bored, and I was going to shuffling through video games, and she's like,
"Who'd you pick as a class?
Do what?
Who'd you pick as your like species?
Just like the normal like Nord.
I knew you were gonna pick the Nord.
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah,
they're just like normal.
Starfield comes out in a couple days. Excited.
I've seen a lot of early reviews saying pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
and I've seen some also kind of stuff, but
there's a few things that are a little too.
When you build a game up like that, you got to have.
There's gonna be dead spots.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be good. But yeah, we got way off right there.
Yeah.
Grandpa being old. He can't be too old though.
I bet he's in his like 50s.
Yeah. Or he's gotten like some plumber cybernetics enhancements.
I kind of think he does have some kind of juice somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, so he gets rushed to the hospital, and that's when you first see Rojo get taken over by the
alien robot mecha droid.
Yeah.
And then she sees a vision of Vilgax when she's like trying to steal.
Yeah.
She uses a laser on her shoulder to like burn a hole in the glass. Mm-hmm. Scoops up the thing and like crushes it in her hands on accident.
And you're like, bro.
She has these like knife hands and stuff. I don't like. Would that? I mean, it looks like the jewels will more so slip out of it than crush it.
She's
but I guess
also. You can tell how crazy she is because most people, criminal or not, would be freaked out at the transformation that just happened to them.
She literally is like, "Oh, this is cool."
Yeah,
she's almost like, "I've had this coming to me." You know?
Like bro, you've got so many things that just happen to your body. You don't want to do like a full body check. You know, go to the bathroom, see what's there or what's not.
Make sure you still got your private parts and all that. Make sure you're not dripping oil somewhere.
Yeah, like what's all gone? What's all here? What? She's just like, you know what? Let's rob a bank.
Yeah,
a jewelry store.
It's time to rob some jewelry stores.
Yeah, got some upgrades. Who knows if I'm even human? There's a whole bunch of stuff to process, and she goes. Jewelry store.
She can fly now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Her shoulders dislocate and shoot lasers.
It's pretty dope.
Jewelry.
She would be a cool character if she was like sort of an anti-hero. Like she was a good... Like what if she was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this newfound power to like...
Yeah.
Take out criminals that have wronged me in the past.
Yeah, she walked so like Iron Man could run kind of thing. You know what I mean?
She's more of like a cyborg.
Yeah, I guess cyborg is better.
Or like a...
Blue Beetle.
A Blue Beetle, yeah. Good movie, by the way. I think we've
go see it. Watch it.
It's got a lot of Ben 10. Like the last episode of this season has a lot of callbacks. Like when Grandpa Max gets the big gun, it's like when the grandma Abuela gets the big gun.
Such a good movie.
Also, Jaime and Ben both are like trained up in this little like thing. They both just look similar.
But so they rush off. She rushes off. Everyone's splitting up. She sees that vision of Vilgax, and Vilgax basically says, "Listen here, I don't care about you. I don't care about your measly little problems. Get this for me, or you will essentially die."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna turn you to dust.
Yeah, because like I'm in your head. I control all of this, and I can make it all go away, kind of thing.
I think he could probably torture her if he wanted to. He could probably just like self-destruct the robot bits of her.
So she's just like, well, I guess I have to. This is why you take a check of yourself before going to rob a jewelry store.
Yeah.
So she's like, what am I even looking for? She's like, you'll know because it's
built into your
brain
essentially.
Yeah. So Ben was wanting
he's
to make.
trying to help. He's maybe I go upgrade. I'll turn into some of these medical equipment machines.
Yeah, to heal him faster.
Yeah,
Ben, he's got a concussion and a broke leg, dude. Chill.
You've got to just wait.
Yeah.
He was trying to say I'll turn into Ghost Freak and meld with him.
Yeah, what's that gonna do?
It's just gonna
freak
him out. If
he's got a broken hip, then we freak out because old people just can't survive a broken hip. I don't understand it. They fall, they break their hip, they're halfway to the morgue.
Be fine. You get hip surgery.
Bro,
depends on how old they are.
It's deadly to old people.
I guess.
Hips?
There's a lot of stuff deadly to old people, dude. Honestly, getting a canopy of a gas station dropped on you is pretty deadly to old people.
Yeah, you could argue that is true.
But I wanted to talk about, too, he's at the doctor's office, and they're like, oh, so he got hit by a bumper, the bumper of a car, which is not what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that to that doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe they just it was a cover-up story.
Get out of here.
And
then, a real doctor.
And then Ben's like, oh, yeah, it flew through the air after an explosion. I wonder if that was in the script and they just thought, oh, we'll animate it a different way to make it look more clear.
Oh, that's a good point. They'd already written the script.
Yeah.
And then they went to animate it and they didn't do it correctly.
But the doctor doesn't believe him either way. You know what I mean? It's oh. And I'm sure he would have heard on the news that there was a biker exploding a thing and there was an alien creature there with 4 arms.
If they made the connection, then they'd have to deal with the cops.
I guess
questioning the kids and stuff.
Anyway, I don't know. There's some kind of disconnect there in the episode. Some, in the
it had to have been a script versus animation.
I think so. This is probably just an easier thing to animate, where she just shoots the thing and rocks fall, versus an explosion happening, a car going, maybe a bumper flying off. You know, there's just a bunch of different moving parts.
So then Ben's like, I'm gonna do something. I got to do something to help him. So he activates the Omnitrix instantly. Rojo's on the move. And
she attacks a hospital, which is a war crime.
I'm telling you, dude, she is not a good person. Take her out back, put 2 in the head, call it a day.
Yeah, capital punishment.
Yeah. You know what? You're hitting old people, okay? What?
You're attacking a hospital, blowing up. She starts a rock slide that could, eventually...
It's a hospital, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
you got Make-A-Wish kids down there somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Cancer patients and all kinds of stuff there.
Despicable.
This is in Albuquerque. Did I say Albuquerque?
Yeah, you said Albuquerque.
You see the kind of rocks, the rocky sort of deserty formation type stuff.
So then Ben's like, Ben
doesn't turn into an alien, first of all.
No, they just start running because they realize she's attracted to the watch.
Yeah, and
because they say, as soon as you did that, she got here.
Yeah, and then Gwen says, well, she looks like the biker that we fought earlier. And then Ben's like, oh, she's merged with the robots. They just know exactly.
They're genius 10-year-olds.
Exactly. This is exactly what happened. I mean, it's what she looks like, but they put it together pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
that's the funny again because Des was watching this episode with us and she asked us about something and she's like, "Why did this happen?" Yeah, she's my girlfriend. But and Hopper tries to do you do this whole explanation and I just say they had 22 minutes to make this episode. It's a 22-minute episode. That's why this happened.
We got to move this along.
Yeah. I think it was how'd they know? It's a 22-minute episort. They have to know to further the plot and keep moving.
Yeah.
But so they start running. They run down all flights of stairs.
Oh, she does the Batman Begins or Dark Knight, where he jumps down the full flight.
That is number 2.
Middle of, you know what I mean? He jumps down instead of taking the stairs.
What's the difference between me and you?
I don't wear hockey pads.
You don't have a Rachel. I have Rachel.
I have a lisp.
Great movie.
But then, great movie. They go outside and she's like, okay. They hide from her and she's like, okay, well, I want to just destroy this hospital. Then
you guys don't want to come
rocks.
out.
Yeah.
Tough.
And then she lures him out to turn into. He's trying to turn into forearms.
Yeah.
But I think Diamond Head would have been the right choice. Make a little ramp, just stop. Make some diamonds. You could
also argue, Stinkfly could goop it up.
Goo is always an option. Don't forget about the goo.
Yeah.
Everyone always forgets about the goo.
Yeah.
I say think about the goo.
You could do gray matter just to get him crushed, get him out of there. You know what I mean?
Wait, do what?
Put gray matter out there, let him get rolled over. You lose ability to turn into gray matter.
No, Ben dies if gray matter dies.
No, that's not true.
There's I kind of do want to talk about maybe closer to
Ripjaws could chomp him.
He's in the desert, bro. He's not lasting much more. He's not lasting very long.
He gets through one boulder. He's like, I can't do anything.
That's a nice boulder.
But there's so many other ones.
Useless.
Did he purposely choose Heat Blast? Oh no,
he tried to do forearms.
Right.
And it was, But I mean, Heat Blast is a meh choice because he lights the boulders on fire.
Right.
So that's a bigger problem. Now it went from rocks coming to crush a hospital to flaming rocks coming to crush a hospital.
And so he redirects them by melting all of the ambulances. Hopefully no one needs one.
Yeah, bro. And you see later that Rojo attacks a police academy. So I'm sure she hurts and wounds a ton of people.
Yeah, they've got one ambulance.
They've got one
and guess who's using it? Gwen. Even if they got someone,
Yeah,
how
she
is Gwen?
sneaks in there.
Hey, can you move out of the way, please? We got like 5 people got to fit in this car.
Yeah, we got to get
She's
every
like, you don't
EMT
understand.
we've
I'm a
got.
10-year-old superhero like my cousin. I need to help him.
She's an anodite, so she'd be fine.
Another thing he could have done, heat blast can get extremely hot.
Yeah.
Just melt the asphalt.
Well, he was trying to say, "Can I melt the rocks?"
Well, he
Like
couldn't do that.
that was his. I guess if he went a little bit hotter, maybe he could have turned him into like lava or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you got lava coursing toward the hospital. Not the best move either. Yeah. To be fair, this is kind of a tough situation.
Yeah.
What overall alien besides like in like the whole expanded lore? Like what overall alien would be best for this?
Swamp Fire or Wildvine.
Wildvine is a good one because he could just kind of vine up the whole area.
Same as Swamp Fire. You got Way Big, just scoop them up.
Way Big's hard to not pick in any situation. Honestly.
You've got Echo, just shatters the boulders. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
there's so many good options.
I'm trying to think of like the ultimate alien ones, like the.
You got Ultimate Spider Monkey.
Spider Monkey would have been great. Yeah, he would have been a good choice because he could have webbed it
Ultimate Way Big.
Ultimate Way Big.
Why do you pick anything else? He does this, an entire continent's down.
Bricks. Or blocks, whatever his name is. He could have built a little Lego fortress.
I hate you, and I hate him. There's a lot of different choices, but he does make do with what he's got.
He's fine.
He redirects the boulders, and then we see, well, you fixed that, but now it's going to go kill all these people down at the bottom of the canyon.
He's like construction workers down at the bottom of the canyon.
So he goes, and he like falls. He ends up falling. He's
trying to I'll beat the rocks down here, and he slides down a little bit. And he just like takes a tumble.
Yeah. My guy, you were just flying the other episode with this guy.
Use your heat powers and fly towards it,
So then he goes, you know what? This is the only way to save him. Let me destroy the bridge that they just built. and then all the rocks just fall into the river.
A lot of collateral damage.
Yeah.
He saves the people, but at what cost?
He saves them from his own badness at that point. It's not even the lady to begin.
I mean, the rocks started everything, but he could have stopped what he was. He could have stopped it earlier.
We could blame the watch. I mean, the watch didn't give him forearms. He specifically said he wanted forearms.
What would forearms could have got 4 boulders, and then he would have.
No, he just jumps up, punches them.
I guess he could have done like the
Drink
earthquake.
That monster energy. Going home to punch, bro.
He could have done the shockwave thing and done something with the ground. Maybe could have had like a little moat that the rocks could have fell into or something.
Upchuck.
Upchuck would have been, but how fast are you going to eat those rocks? There's a ton of rocks coming,
Yeah.
Maybe Edel. Remember Edel?
No.
This is a big beetle, very into Ultimate Alien.
Man, no, I don't remember him.
I'll show you a picture.
But yeah, so he saves them and he goes back to the hospital. They've moved Grandpa Max.
Oh yeah, they moved him to a different room because they thought maybe he was under attack from Rojo.
Oh wait, before that, so she ends up fighting him down at the base of the canyon, and he blows up a truck.
Oh, yeah,
shoots
yeah.
it flying.
Well, she comes after him once she figures out where he is, and he kind of does like an overheat move.
Yeah.
And it hurts her enough.
Yeah, it knocks her down.
I don't know that Heat Blast can go pretty much supernova, right?
Yeah.
So he could probably just like melt the robotic components inside of her.
Yeah, but again, I think it's just Ben's not a killer.
And he's also not trying to stop her. He's trying to stop the damage.
Yeah, he's a little distracted.
I love in superhero stuff when they're like they have to save civilians.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about me. I just love that aspect of like whenever in I'm trying not to say Justice League because that's a bad example, but I do like that they added in that little family that they had to save.
I just wish the family wasn't there for the entire movie.
I'm thinking more so like Spider-Man trilogy. Like he's always trying to save civilians. Like even Andrew Garfield when there's like cars dangling off the thing.
Yeah, and then you got the little kid. And
yeah,
stuff.
it's a great moment.
It's a nice moment. Yeah,
but like in normal, I feel like most modern day superhero movies, you don't get that. Like you just get the sort of superheroes banging into each other.
You get it, I think, in the new Spider-Man movies. You see the collateral, you see the kind of
a little
stuff
bit more so.
The more grounded superhero movies, I think you do. But it's hard to see that in like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, they save people at kind of the end of it where like the whole ship's exploding and they're like, let's get all these aliens and animals off and stuff.
That's a good point. I guess when you got grander scale heroes, it's hard to think about the little guy.
But that's how we can relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you. I see that.
But so anyway, you see, she like smashes into a gas truck and he just like
snaps. It's so cool.
So cool.
So cool.
One of the best moments in the episode.
Yeah. So it blows her up, sends her flying. He's like, okay, you go back to Grandpa Max. So they moved locations. He's like, I'm not going to turn into a hero. We're not going to do all that. And Vilgax just starts yelling at Rojo again. He
eats her.
Yeah, he like eats her because she's like, I'm done. And he goes, a little bit of Monster House there for you. He goes, oh yeah, I'll do it myself, buddy. No, but he tells her like, you're doing it wrong. Make him come to you.
Yeah,
you know, he's a hero. Obviously, he wants to do good. So
she blows up a police academy.
She's a bad person. You know what I mean?
And I think she's kind of got a little bit of an edge, a chip on her shoulder from being in prison.
Yeah.
F the cops kind of attitude.
Yeah. So then Ben decides at that point, Gwen and Grandpa Max are sleeping. He's going to be like, you know what? I got to go. You guys are in danger too much. This is too real for me. I need to go. I'll be my own hero. I'll work by myself kind of thing.
I mean, you could do that as like an adult, but not as a 10-year-old.
No, as a 10-year-old, how are you going to get there? You know?
Well, I mean, he's got to accelerate, but
he can't stay in hero mode for long. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
He would definitely.
If he had perfect control of the Omnitrix,
maybe.
I
think emotionally too. It's like that emotional core. You know, he needs help.
Everyone needs a support team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's not.
You can't do it alone. You just mentally you can't. No one can handle that much stress.
No. Especially he's already been doing it this long with his family. Like just keep your family.
Yeah. You know, Fast and Furious it.
Family.
Oh, I remember him.
I like him.
He's cool.
He's got the exact same powers as Upchuck, except he eats the stuff down here. It shoots out as like a laser at his horn.
Oh, yeah. He's like a little rhino beetle.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. Edel is not the best name, but
no,
it's no better than
Eye Guy. Because he's a beetle and he eats. Yeah. Edel. You know?
It's redundant, though. Like, we've already got aliens that do this.
Toys, man.
Toys.
It'll have epic rap battles of who would win, Upchuck or Edel.
Yeah, you know? There you go.
But so he runs away, and that's when she decides to attack the police.
He runs away to Grandpa-Grandson Park.
Yeah.
Where they have the little kid going, I love you, Grandpa.
Yeah, and he's just like,
And you see a woman with a boombox reading.
So rude, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have headphones in 2006, I guess. You know? But she's got a boombox listening to music. It's a public park. You're going to be blasting your music.
I wouldn't enjoy that. Like, if someone pulls out their phone and just, like, starts blasting music, I'm not a huge fan.
Come on, man. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Put your headphones in.
There's grandpas and grandsons having fun over here.
Yeah, and you're ruining that, you know?
But it was a news report, and that's how he figures out that she's exploding the...
Yeah, so he goes to help with that, and that's when Gwen wakes up and realizes Ben's not there. So she's like, I gotta go help him.
And she, like, makes Grandpa stay. She, like, reclines his thing.
Yeah, Grandpa's like, I gotta go. And she's like, nope.
Nope, actually stay here.
Yeah. I, a 10-year-old little girl, will save the day.
A little girl. What is that from?
I don't know, but I'm trying to remember.
A little girl.
We'll have to figure it out.
God dang it, it's gonna bug me forever.
Hopper, the editor, will put it in for us.
There you go.
Girl.
But so she sneaks on the only available ambulance.
The one ambulance that was not there to get burned up.
Because, you know, they're going to the cops to help him. And so he shows up as Accelerate. Really good choice. Starts going toe-to-toe, but like we've seen before, she's just bodying him.
He does this awesome, like, Mortal Kombat move.
Yeah.
Like a bicycle kick, like a Liu Kang bicycle kick.
Yeah, he goes, one good kick deserves another.
And he does 80 kicks in a row, like, super quick.
It's really cool. So then we see the police have arrived on force. They are tired of it. They have somehow got a tank, dude.
Let's go.
Like, what is the funding going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
It's the Grinch, bro. It's when they're talking about Cindy Lou Who, and they're like, we all decided to listen to a little girl.
Oh, yes, that's what it was.
Okay, I'm better.
I thought you were talking about how they got the funding for the tank. I was like, the Grinch funded the tank?
No, I think
understand.
It's like the SWAT team. And honestly, it's probably that same team of people that, here's my fan theory, my headcanon. It's like, you know, the normal police get kind of beaten up by the gangster robot lady, and then I guess she's still a gangster, motorcyclist, whatever. A biker. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then they see forearms there, and they're like, let's call it into Project Blue Book or whatever, and they call whatever his name is, Stryker, the blonde-haired guy from the Kevin Leppen episode of season 2. And he's like, okay, we'll bring in the special SWAT team to deal with the aliens. And then, like, that's because there's a SWAT team later on when they're in the gym, like the police gym, that come in and start shooting.
Yeah.
I think it's probably tied to them. I don't know if it's exactly the cadets at the police academy or whatever.
Yeah. But, so they start fighting. The tank doesn't know who to shoot at.
It rolls up, and then Rojo's kind of like, oh, no, I can't let you kill him because I need that Omnitrix.
Yeah, and Ben was just like, I'm getting out of here, so he ran.
And she picks up the tank with all the juice in her body.
And throws it at him.
And you see the two guys escape, so they're fine, I guess.
But she, like, picks him up, throws him by the tail, stuff. He's losing the fight. And then he looks over at the ambulance that's pulled up on scene and sees Gwen come out. And he's like, no? So he runs with her, and then he ends up losing...
Accelerate.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this. Like, that kind of helps him because he was losing that fight anyway.
Yeah, it gets him off the scene, kind of regroup, get his head in the game.
But okay, and also he punches her with human hands. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, because they were like clamps. I guess if he tried to punch like that, he would just,
he should.
I
think it's like an animation thing. We don't know how to show him punching with a
Yeah.
a little hand.
Yeah,
so we
give him a fist.
Just give him a fist. Whatever.
You have to show that on the.
Yeah, we'll show him
because it's really weird. You got to see it. You had to be there.
Yeah, to be there.
So then they're like, Gwen's like, you can't do this without us. We're your family. Like, we know how to help you, kind of thing. We've helped you before.
It's better this way.
Yeah.
Sound familiar?
Trust me.
Yeah.
Loser.
She has a lot to do. She's kind of like,
she's just there to karate kick the chick.
Well, she's there to like give him the fighting spirit.
Yeah,
and she gives him the phone to
she's like, yeah, because you're my cousin, idiot.
Yeah, he's like, my weird watch, my weird problem. She goes, my weird cousin.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense, but sure.
Okay.
So, but
magic powers, scrub.
Then he turns into Upgrade because Grandpa Max is called, and he's like, if you can't get her from the outside, get her from the inside.
Go inside her.
Yeah. So he turns into Upgrade. And he starts like, at first he tries to meld with her, and that's when he sees the vision of Vilgax. He's like, I will literally kill you, buddy. Like,
he says, listen to every word.
You know that clip of Alex Jones chasing the guy on the street? You dumb mother. What are you doing, huh? Like, chasing him. He's like, come here,
you son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's Vilgax. Like, I will kill you. So then
he does the same. He bites into Ben, too, and then Ben like shoots off. He's like, "What the hell was that?"
She's got some problems,
Yeah.
So he's like, "Okay, I'm going to take over the gym equipment and start fighting her."
Okay. And what is his powers? It's like mechanical equipment. It's not
metal.
simple.
Let's just say metal.
Metal. It's like simple machines, like a pulley.
Yeah.
Like that's all that machine was.
Yeah.
It's like a pulley.
He said, "Time to work out." He puts her on a treadmill and starts hitting her head.
He literally just like with hands he just grabs her and smacks him into him.
Yeah, but the funny thing is like Hopper said it's like I don't know what your reasoning was. My reasoning was they probably didn't want to animate like Upgrade running around.
Oh yeah.
But he's like running and like his arms
he's just
are just
awkward.
like this. It's like
just a big awkward lug.
It's so funny to watch. You'll have to put the clip at least on there.
I'll put the meme in this episode.
But it's so funny because the animation is just not there for it. I think it's an animation thing. And then there's the one part he literally just moves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like no walking or anything. So,
but he's also goo. So I don't know. Like he's just sort of in space. Like he's not a human walking. I mean, he just takes that form because he's familiar. That form is familiar to Ben. But he's just a big pile of goo in essence. So,
he finally gets back on. Like
he melds with her again,
and he comes off, and all of her stuff just falls off. She's a girl again. So then naturally, Ben can't hurt her. She goes
somehow her gun that she was using, her space gun.
Yeah, it was melded with her.
Yeah, somehow
it was there. So she goes, "Oh, don't hurt me,"
She does the exact same thing.
I
Kevin
had a
did.
bad break, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, pause for a second. And not even that long of a pause. She
kicks it up.
And goes to shoot him. And Gwen goes, "I'm a girl though," and like runs up, kicks her in the face. Full-grown woman, 10-year-old girl. Yeah. Knocks her out cold.
But like we've said, I mean, she's a black belt.
Gwen don't mess around.
Gwen's there to throw smoke.
Yeah.
So
every time.
Throw smoke?
Yeah.
Sure.
Blow smoke, whatever. Blow smoke. So So Gwen is the real hero of this episode.
Oh yeah.
Because she's a woman. Because you can't hit him without being a woman.
Ben couldn't necessarily turn into a woman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a way around that, but I guess Big Chill has babies, but it's more asexual.
Yeah, or a seahorse. Seahorses are guys and they have babies.
That's true. I guess he could turn into a seahorse.
No, I'm saying you don't necessarily have to be a girl with these aliens.
Oh no, yeah, you could be just whatever.
To give birth.
Like we were talking about, I don't think Big Chill ever mated with anybody. I think it was just like it just happened.
It's a weird thing to put in a kid's show.
It's fun enough episode. I don't know. And I think we wanted like a little bit of a callback to Ghost Freak, but not fully make him a full threat.
Yeah. So then that wraps that up. She gets put in jail.
He's like carrying her out of because like the SWAT team comes in and tries to shoot her, and he like dives and tackles
he saves her.
He saves her, and the building's about to explode because she's just shot lasers everywhere.
Yeah, he saves her again.
He picks her up, walks her out like a little baby.
Yeah.
And he hands her to the police, and they're like, "There you go." Yeah. And they're kind of just confused, like, "What is happening here?"
Yeah, and they're like,
"Aren't you the bad guy too?" Like, we don't have a clue.
We gotta go, and Gwen's just like, "Bye."
What is this 10-year-old girl doing here?
You are not good at your job, sir. If you're not stopping this 10-year-old and saying, "Where are your parents?"
You need to say like, "We need to question you, big weird alien guy."
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? Why are you leaving the scene?
Yeah. But they just get out. They go back to Grandpa Max, and he's finally able to. Yeah, he gets the discharge. And that's when you start seeing, we get to see a little bit of illusion, Grandpa Max's background, because then he's like, yeah, some alien squid guy was like, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to be scared. But I'm not really that scared. And he looks at Grandpa Max, he's like, Grandpa Max, you look scared. He's like, oh, no, I'm just...
Shut up, Ben. Get in the RV.
Yeah. So, but no, it zooms in on him, and he's just like...
He basically says, like, well, I'll be okay if we're together.
Yeah.
That sort of, like, wraps us up and gives us a nice little episode conclusion.
Yeah.
Throwback to the theme.
Yeah.
Beautissimo. But we do have some kind of, like, little throw forward to Ben and... or not Ben, but Max and Vilgax kind of knowing each other.
Yeah, because Max kind of looks up, and then it pans out to Vilgax's ship.
Yeah.
But
and it kind of zooms into his tank a little bit. Just gives you like
that season finale. Hopper cannot wait.
Secrets.
You finally get some answers.
Do we want to see how many episodes we've got until then?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, so the next episode 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more episodes.
5. Oh yeah.
We just watched the clown episode, but
yeah, which is 9.
9.
Okay, we got a little bit.
We're pretty. I mean, we've gotten kind of a lot behind us already.
We've done pretty good.
Pretty good so far.
So yeah, that's the episode called Alliance.
The Alliance.
That's about all from us. Give us a like, subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts on it were.
What do you think about this type of villain? Like, it's sort of I was looking at your camera. What do you think about this type of villain where it's like an alien from before, or like a robot from before that kind of melds to give it more personality?
It's an interesting take. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like it has all the powers and abilities of something we've already seen before, but it's a new character.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I'm trying to think of like anything else that's done that, but I'm sure it's a thing.
And then the dynamic where Ben finally gets some realization that it's not all fun and games.
Yeah, I mean, it's a darker episode. Do you like this kind of darker, more like heavy episode where someone's in the hospital, like you got bigger stakes, or
do you want the more carefree episode?
Do you want like more Omniverse vibe where it's like we're just goofing around?
Yeah.
Or like the reboot vibe where it's goofing around?
I don't want either of those vibes.
No.
But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.